All right, I am here filming another video. This is a 2020 Senate prediction. First of all, I would just like to apologize for not having posted in a while. I've been kind of busy, but I am going to start posting again. So, let's just get right into this. I will start by filling out all the states that are safe or at the very least foregone conclusions where we really just don't need to talk about them. Because why talk about states that are not going to be close? There are several here. I am still kind of getting used to this map, just like you probably are. But anyway, here it is. So, there are, I think, 14 here. Yeah, 14 races that I'm going to talk about that are going to be close. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get right into this. There are a few I'm going to go ahead and just say right now are probably going to go one way. So Montana, Kansas, Texas. These are three I really think are going to probably be red. Montana, if Steve Bullock ran, you could maybe see this going blue, but probably not. What else? Kansas. Um, so Kansas is interesting because back in 2018, of course, the Democrats won and the governor, but that was for unrelated reasons. There was a scandal, so this is kind of. I really just don't think it'll be Democratic. And it could be somewhat close. Okay, it could be close, but in the end, I just yeah I don't see it um going red or I mean going blue. So anyway, and then Texas. If Beto O'Rourke runs in Texas, he could win. He said he wouldn't run though. So going off of what we know at this point in time, I would say it's a red state. But if O'Rourke changes his mind and decides to run, then I might change my mind. But for now, based on what we know, because these races don't really start till 2020, which is good because otherwise you'd be hearing all about the Senate races on the news and whatnot. Anyway, let's go to a couple states. Three states I think the Democrats will win: Michigan, New Hampshire, and Colorado. Now, Colorado would be a flip, actually, and that may sound really interesting that I'm saying, what? A red state's going to go blue and I'm really certain of it? Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty likely that it does. Um, yeah, it's a state that's been getting bluer and bluer. It's I just don't think Cory Gardner's going to win. It's going to be John Hickenlooper. He's running as a Democrat. Obviously, he dropped out of the presidential race a while ago. So yeah, and it could be a little closer maybe than I think it will be. But ultimately, it's probably going to be blue. This is a lot like Nevada in 2018. They had a Republican up for re-election, but it went blue. It flipped. Now, this does give the Democrats break even at this point. They're at 47 seats. They have had a net gain of one, but I haven't given them Alabama yet. So, Alabama, okay, here's the thing. If Doug Jones, if Roy Moore is nominated by the Republicans, which, if you can believe it, is not out of the picture, Doug Jones could win. Could. Even if it is Moore, he might not win, but he could win. If, however, it is not Roy Moore, I would almost guarantee that this is going to be a Republican state. So I'm going to say that goes red. Kentucky. Everyone says Mitch McConnell's unpopular. We can beat him. Look, you're right, he isn't popular, but this is Kentucky. And at the end of the day, do you really think Kentucky's going to go blue? It could, and maybe it will. But at this point in time, I'm going to say that McConnell's reelected. Let's go up to Maine. No, I'll come back to Maine. Let's go to Iowa. Joni Ernst is up for re-election. She will probably win. I'm going to say that now. Three of the four congressional seats or House seats in Iowa are held by Democrats, but both senators, as you can see here, are Republicans. and Trump won by like 9 points, I think it was, in 2016. So I don't see Iowa going blue in a general election quite yet. Arizona. Arizona. Um, yeah, that's a tough one too, but blue. I think Mark Kelly will win. I think he's popular. I think he's pretty well liked, and I don't think McSally's that well liked. Arizona's an interesting state because if that happened, they would be sending 2 Democratic senators, which seems really weird. I don't think Arizona's going to vote for a Democrat presidentially, gubernatorially, really anytime soon, but senatorially, it is becoming quite a blue state. Now, 4 races are left here, and they are interesting ones to talk about. Let's start with Georgia. There's 2 good candidates for the Democrats. Obviously, you have this seat, which is Perdue's seat, and this seat, which is Isaacson's seat, because he's resigning at the end of the year. Let's talk about Perdue's seat. Well, actually, let's talk about the 2 people who would be really good. Jason Carter. He's the grandson of Jimmy Carter. So on name recognition, that's good. And then Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams. Here's the thing, though. Abrams said she wouldn't run, which is really unfortunate. So if Abrams and Carter ran, they could win both seats, I think. Now, I think Carter probably will run. We'll see. He ran for, I think, governor back in like 2014 for Georgia. I think he will run for Senate. I hope he does. Um, that would be really interesting. But here's the thing: which seat would he run for? If he did, would he run for the main seat, which is Purdue's, or would he run for the special election? If you go for the special election, you don't have to deal with an incumbent, which is a little bit nice. I mean, there will be an incumbent because somebody's going to be appointed, but when Isaacson resigns, um, but you're not going to have to deal with someone who's done this before, and so it would be easier probably for him to run and win that seat. But he'd probably run for the main seat, and my thinking on that is just because it's the main seat. Don't you want to run for that one? So I'm going to say the Democrats would win that one. Um, but the special election, I am going to say, goes red. So at this point, we have a 49-49 Senate. Maine, I think the Democrats will actually flip this. I do. I think the Dems will flip it, and I think Suzanne Collins is not popular. After McConnell, she's, I think, the next least popular. So, yeah, I have to say that she would probably lose. And then North Carolina. At this point, I'm going to say the Republicans win, and the only reason is because we don't have a strong candidate yet that I can think of off the top of my head in North Carolina. So, that's going to conclude this Senate election. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I will see you later.